Here's what you missed on the Eras Tour Singapore Night 1. And strap in, because everyone who watched has no idea what's going on. There were no live streams until the man, but we did find out we got the pink and blue bodysuit for Lover, as well as the pink guitar, the silver man jacket, silver noodle dress for Fearless, and interestingly, nothing happened for Reputation. But maybe it did? It was the orange set for 1989, which means we were all personally attacked by the yellow dress once again. On the guitar, she played a mashup of Mine and Starlight, and as she approached the piano, Taylor went live on Instagram and then performed a mashup of I Don't Want to Live Forever and Dress. Then she just got up off the piano and dived right back into the stage after doing this. And at this point, everyone was confused because still, as of this recording, her website is locked and all black. Does mine mean like the album will be mine at Starlight at midnight? We'll find out! We got the purple cupcake dress for Speak Now, Who's Taylor Swift Anyway for 22, and Cam's Like Ever was No La, which if you don't know, in Malay, la can be added at the end of things to basically give emphasis. At least that's my understanding. Feel free to correct me in the comments. A cute little girl got the 22 hat. It was the orange flower dress for Evermore. And during her Champagne Problems speech, she curiously mentioned that she wanted to catch up on the last 15 years of music. And then she again proceeded to say, this show is for you if you've known me for 15 seconds or 15 years. Why so many 15s, Taylor? 1 + 5 is 6. And we all know what 6 means. The Champagne Problems cheer was only about 50 seconds to a minute. She really needed to move things along for some reason. We got the cream folklore dress, which I thought was interesting because her site went black and she was wearing white, so that's interesting. The purple dress for Midnight Rain, once again the blue cutout for Midnight Rain, and the magenta jacket for Karma. Now it should be mentioned that Taylor Nation has started to use a black heart, and Taylor only went live for her mashup of Reputation. So in my opinion, clowns, prepare for anything. I will update as I know anything. And that's basically what you missed for the Eras Tour Singapore Night 1. I will see you again tomorrow for Night 2. Here's what you missed at the Eras Tour Singapore Night 1 Part 2 because I forgot a few things. Listen, I had been up for like 8 hours since 12:30 a.m. when I made that video, so sorry. First of all, you can pause to read Sabrina Carpenter's nonsense outro for Night 1. And to answer your question, Taylor Swift actually just spoke in English and said, Singapore, welcome to the Eras Tour. Cam's Like Ever was No La, which I incorrectly said was Malay, and I appreciate all of you who corrected me in saying that it was Singlish, which is kind of like a Singaporean English, so thank you to everyone who corrected me. We love learning. Honestly, it's been one of my favorite things about covering the international leg of this tour because I get to learn so much from you guys. During her Champagne Problems speech, right after Marjorie, she mentioned that Andrea actually grew up partially in Singapore. And during some of her previous tours, Andrea would actually take Taylor in the car to show her her old house. And so she actually grew up learning about Singapore all the time, so she thought it was extra special when everyone lit up their phones for Marjorie. And most people didn't know that, but somebody in the chat did call that Singalore. Yeah, I need to thank you personally for that because that is right up there with should have said nor. Also, shout out to the crowd for trying to change the blank space chant from Sydney to Singapore. Also, somebody who was live streaming during illicit affairs said F you, Josh, to their ex. And honestly, I want you to know very specifically, we all support you. Josh was a loser anyway. Now I think that's basically what you missed on the Eras Tour Singapore Night 1. If I missed anything, you can let me know in the comments. Here's what you missed on the Eras Tour Singapore Night 2. It was a night full of clownery, but as a thank you to the Singapore crowd for being so amazing and so loud, she did announce a brand new variant for the Tortured Poets department called the Black Dog. My video on that is already up, so go check that out. Sorry, my fellow rep girlies, the struggle continues. Especially because she and Taylor Nation were really leaning into the Easter eggs tonight. For the surprise songs tonight, we of course got another mashup on the guitar of Long Story Short and The Story of Us. Oh my god, they were paired so well together, go watch those videos. And on the piano, we got a mashup of Clean and Evermore. Clean is one of my all-time favorite Taylor Swift songs, and I can't believe I lost it twice. At least I got This Is Why We Can't Have Nice Things. But anyway, you can pause to read Sabrina Carpenter's nonsense outro for Night 2. We got the gold and blue bodysuit for Lover, as well as the blue guitar. The black and gold man jacket. Now we know that was for the Black Dog and not Reputation. Golden Fringe for Fearless, Everything Bagel for Speak Now, the very appropriate A Lot Going On at the Moment 22 shirt, and Cam's Like Ever was either Xiaola or Nala. I'm not sure. Can anyone confirm in the comments for me? It was a little hard to hear on literally every video I watched. This cute person got the 22 hat and they were so excited. It was awesome. We got the beautiful bronze dress for Evermore. And Singapore, once again, you were really loud. The Champagne Problems cheer was about 2 minutes and 11 seconds and she was eating it up. We got the pink dress for Folklore, the green 1989 set, and again, the green dress for the surprise songs. K-pop fans, Blackpink's Lisa was in the audience. That brought a big smile to my face. Also, I thought it was funny that Blackpink's Lisa was here for the announcement of the black dog. We love timing. Sydney was once again Singapore. We got the light blue dress for Lavender Haze, the cutout dress for Midnight Rain because that's apparently all she's bringing for the international leg. Side note, Taylor was coughing quite a bit during Delicate and the Reputation set as a whole, so I hope she gets some much needed rest and some water tonight. And all the lives went down before the end of the show, but I think we got the multicolored Karma jacket. Let me know if you were there in the comments. That's basically what you missed for the Eras Tour Singapore Night 2. I will see you again tomorrow for Night 3. Here's what you missed on the Eras Tour Singapore Night 3. We got the purple bodysuit for Lover, and of course the pink guitar. It was the purple bluish blazer for the man, the golden noodle dress for Fearless, which apparently had Taylor Nation very confused. But I mean, look at this dress. Self-explanatory. Speaking of Taylor Nation, it was announced that the Eras Tour movie, Taylor's version, is coming to Disney Plus a few hours earlier. It will now be on Disney Plus on March 14th at 9 p.m. EST or 6 p.m. PST, and according to the trailer, one of the additional songs is confirmed to be Maroon. Speaking of things that are maroon, pink, or red, yes, it was the pink 1989 set, but on the guitar, Taylor Swift finally played Foolish One and mashed it up with Tell Me Why on the guitar. Then she marched herself over to the piano, played this really long intro before singing This Love and then mashing it up with Call It What You Want. That is literally one of my favorite songs from Reputation. I am so mad. And she had the biggest smile while playing Call It What You Want. Also, because it was like between 70 to 80% humidity in Singapore, her hair did once again reset to factory settings. So I guess in a way, Debut did get some attention. You can pause to read Sabrina Carpenter's Night 3 nonsense outro. During her Champagne Problem speech, she talked about how she wanted the Eras Tour to feel like it was separated into chapters, and it would feel like a walk down memory lane once again if you've known her for either 15 minutes or 15 years. You know, one of these days we're gonna figure out what the 15 means because it apparently doesn't mean the Eras Tour Taylor's version anymore. And the cheer was like almost exactly a minute. In case you're wondering why it feels like she's rushing through her set, according to you guys, Singapore has some noise ordinances and there's something going on with transportation. So I think they're just trying to follow the law and it's nothing against the crowd. This was the outfit for Reputation. I'm just kidding, it was the red one. This is just the ringleader of the clowns. We got the pink champagne Speak Now dress. This cute kid got the 22 hat. We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together Like Ever was the 22 shirt. Cam's Like Ever was Walao eh. It was the blue fairy dress for Folklore. The blank space chant was once again Singapore. We got the iridescent shirt for Lavender Haze. I'm just dubbing this her international Midnight Rain outfit because apparently that's all we're gonna get. She once again taunted us with the peace sign. They sure do want us paying attention to that too, don't they? The iconic Taylor Sheesh was in the crowd again tonight. We also got the blue Karma jacket. That's basically what you missed for the Eras Tour Singapore Night 3. We've got a 2-day break, but I will see you again on Thursday for Night 4. Here's what you missed at the Eras Tour Singapore Night 4. We got the golden blue bodysuit and the blue guitar for Lover, and it was once again the black and gold blazer for the man, during which she kissed her bicep, looked at the crowd, and goes, yup. And in all of her main speeches throughout the show, she either mentioned two or a couple. Starting with her Lover speech when she said, you can tell a lot about a crowd in the first couple of songs. And Taylor said it again when she mentioned in her Champagne Problem speech that she was excited that about a couple weeks ago, she got to announce the Tortured Poets Department. And that she was sad we didn't get to have concerts with each other for a couple of years there. And then during her Betty speech, a little less suspiciously, she did mention once again that she started making Folklore 2 days into the pandemic. We're on to you, Blondie. Either you're massively trolling us or this too definitely means something. The surprise songs were literally stunning. Prepare to be devastated. Yes, it was the red dress once again, but on the guitar, she played a flawless mashup of Death by a Thousand Cuts and Babe. And just before that bridge, she looked at the crowd and goes, ready? And then y'all showed up for it. Over on the piano, she chose Complete Destruction and played a mashup of 15 and You're on Your Own Kid. And she shifted a whole lot of notes around for 15 and played it in a lower key. When I tell you this was one of the most beautiful mashups I've ever heard in my life, I mean it. It was the golden noodle dress for Fearless. Someone on the live went Lizzie McGuire movie and called Taylor Swift an outfit repeater when she showed up in the same red snake outfit. A sentiment that was echoed again in the 1989 set, because the pink set is literally what we got on Night 3. Also, we got the note changes for Ready For It. Baby, let the games begin, let the games begin. It was the orange flower dress for Evermore. The cheer time was about 2 minutes and 12 seconds. It was the Everything Bagel Speak Now dress, and as she left during Long Live, she looked back at the crowd and gave a nice little nod very suspiciously. Remember, Swifties, clown makeup on permanently in 2024. We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together t-shirt for 22, and this cute little kid got the 22 hat. Cam's Like Ever was a la mock. And for those of you who were worried, Taylor is definitely feeling better because we got ad-libs on a lot of songs, especially on We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together. Blank Space, Shake It Off, she really said, Mike is on, don't forget it. Yes, it was the cream dress for Folklore, and the last time we saw her green dress for Folklore was Melbourne Night 1. Why are you hiding the green outfit, Taylor? Did you throw it away with all your other Midnight Rain outfits? It's also about 91% humidity in Singapore right now, which means that debut Taylor has been on stage since about the Fearless set. It was the blue lavender haze dress, the cutout dress again for Midnight Rain. Someday we'll find out what happened to the other ones. You can pause to read Sabrina Carpenter's nonsense outro for Night 4. We got the multicolored Karma jacket. That's basically what you missed on the Eras Tour Singapore Night 4. I will see you again tomorrow for Night 5. Here's what you missed at the Eras Tour Singapore Night 5. Let's just cut to the chase. Public Enemy #1 showed up, aka the yellow dress, which of course meant Tangerine Orange 1989 set. But this lady got up on stage for the surprise songs and made a funny, quirky little quip about wanting to challenge herself playing songs, whether that's from the last album or the first album, and to keep us on our toes, and then literally dropped everything now and played a mashup of Sparks Fly and Gold Rush. And the transitions were seamless. Oh, no. She wasn't done though. Then she got on the piano and played a mashup of False God and Slut. Yes, the mashup that we've all been wanting. We cannot let her keep doing this with her own songs that she wrote about her own life at her own concert. Jokes, obviously. And other than Public Enemy #1, it was Pink Flamingo night, with the pink lover bodysuit, the pink blazer for the man, and the pink guitar for the lover's speech. Then we got the silver noodle dress for Fearless, orange flower for Evermore, and during her Champagne Problem speech, she went back to an old thing that she hasn't said for a while, and talked about her coping mechanism about writing songs alone, and then releasing that song, singular. She did not say songs, she said song. And then we all learn the words and we get to sing it back to her. And that she still uses that coping mechanism to this day. Tortured Poet's first single, When. Also, this was her first tour back in about 5 years. 1-5-15. We're on to you, Dr. Taylor Allison Swift. Champagne Problems cheer was about 2 minutes and 15 seconds. And she almost stopped you guys at 1:45, but y'all erupted with cheers and said, no. Travis Kelce was confirmed to be at the VIP suite. Also, I gotta give a shout out to the Night 5 crowd for giving a lot of attention to the songs that don't get as much cheers, because the eagle screeches that I heard for Love Story were incredible. And not only that, but you guys had a field day with Delicate beyond 123 LGB, which by the way was incredibly loud. The echoes, the adding your own ad-libs, it was great. Although sadly we did not get the note change for Ready For It. We got the pink champagne dress for Speak Now. That's an old picture. This is what she actually looked like on stage. Is that debut Taylor or original Speak Now Taylor? We'll never know, but either way, Country Taylor returned. There was a lot going on at the moment for 22, and this kid got the 22 hat. Cam's Like Ever was Wap Yang A. We got pink champagne dress for Folklore, the iridescent dress for Lavender Haze, the international cutout for Midnight Rain, and she thought she was funny doing the peace sign again. Also, I gotta give a shout out to the Twitch chat. You guys are continuing F you Josh during illicit affairs, and it is absolutely hilarious. Blank Space chant was once again Singapore. You can pause to read Sabrina Carpenter's Night 5 nonsense outro. I hope you enjoy this one because we only get one more. Also, during the man, she kissed her bicep, looked at the crowd and said, "You don't want to fight me. You don't want to fight this." It's true, Taylor, we don't want to fight you, but we do want to know what that too means. Taylor Nation, you're not funny. This is serious business. We got the magenta Karma jacket, and yes, we did get Karma as the guy on the Chiefs. That's basically what you missed for the Eras Tour Singapore Night 5. I will see you again tomorrow for the 6th and final night. Here's what you missed at the Eras Tour Singapore Night 6. It was Sabrina Carpenter's last night opening the Eras Tour. You can pause to read her final nonsense outro. When we start the European leg in May, the opener will be Paramore. We got the pink and blue bodysuit for Lover, the silver blazer for the man, as well as the pink guitar for her lover's speech. During her speech, she talked about how this crowd was on another level, and they were, and how Taylor is the first female artist to play 6 shows at the National Stadium. Tonight, there were 63,000 people in the crowd, meaning over the course of the 6 shows, she's played for 368,000 people. And Bloomberg estimates that her tour in Singapore will boost the Singaporean economy by 225 to 300 million US dollars. It better for what she had the audacity to play at her surprise songs. She said since this is the last show for a while, she's been feeling very nostalgic. And then on the guitar, she played a mashup of Tim McGraw and Cowboy Like Me. Then on the piano, she played a beautiful mashup of Mirror Ball and Epiphany with some amazing note changes. Kind of weird that she played mashups from her sister albums. Interesting. Travis Kelce was once again in the VIP suite. It was Golden Fringe for Fearless, Orange Flowers for Evermore. During her Champagne Problem speech, she once again talked about how her mom grew up in Singapore and how the Eras Tour has become so interactive that she feels like she's playing with us instead of for us. The cheer was just under 2 minutes. It was Red Snakes again for Reputation. And if you were there tonight, can you let me know in the comments if we got the note change for Ready For It? Because I couldn't quite hear. Taylor Nation did this very rude thing by referencing I did something bad. We got Purple Cupcake for Speak Now. Who's Taylor Swift anyway? Ew for 22. This very excited kid got the 22 hat. Cam's like ever was Hanno Apuden. Also, I made that screen grab a meme. We got the cream dress for folklore, and once again during her folklore speech, she talked about looking back on folklore very fondly because it was a departure and something different, and how our positive reaction to her trying something different opened her mind to new ways she could lay out narratives in songs, and that some of her favorite albums are when she did something different, like 1989 and Reputation, and then she looked at the crowd. Again, I say. Of course, got the blue 1989 set, and once again the blank space cheer was Singapore. It was Purple Orchid for Lavender Haze, the international leg cutout for Midnight Rain. We got the blue Karma jacket. You best believe we got Karma as the guy on the Chiefs again. Also, my country is trying to ban this app, so make sure you're following me over here because I absolutely will be continuing the series when the Eras Tour starts up in May, no matter what happens. That's basically what you missed for the Eras Tour Singapore Night 6. I will absolutely see you again in May for the shows in Paris.